Tell us what the journey has been like from inception for you, in a brief way.
Well, the journey wasn't.
Were you still in school in this 2010?
No.
You had left school. You had finished your
I
service.
finished school.
What were you doing at this time?
At this time, the plan I had, which I'd always been working towards, is to become an entrepreneur. And I've started that since 2006 that I've left school.
Okay.
And I've always been striving to become that entrepreneur. But in 2009, I had to leave everything that I have been dreaming of because of the pressure of the finance, the capital to start business, this and that, and then I had to go and get a job. So
pressure from who?
From my parents and friends.
So your initial attempt at entrepreneurship did not work out.
It didn't.
And because of that, your parents and family members pressurized you to go get a job.
Yes.
In 2009.
Yes.
And
at that time was when I thought, okay, if I worked a little, I could save while I'm also, doing the job. And so
you succumbed to the pressure to get a job with the intention of gathering money to have a startup capital.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because at that point, I realized that I needed a lot of money to start the business. So
to start the business idea you had
yes,
there,
that I had
which
there.
is what?
It's actually an e-commerce business. Yes. This was the idea I had before the Jumia and the Konga of today even started at all.
Oh, you were already ahead.
Yes, I was.
Yes. But you didn't have the funds.
I didn't have the funds
to go about it.
And the main problem or the main challenge that I faced then was the transaction, the payment, and how to get how to get money and how people could pay.
Yeah.
I mean, even at
so
that
when
time,
you struggled with that idea of an e-commerce site and you couldn't make a headway with it, you succumbed to pressure from family members to go get a job. And you got a job.
Yes, I did.
So you got the job, you did the job for less than a year. You quit the job and went back to your father's house, to your bedroom, father's house.
To my bedroom.
And what happened thereafter?
Then that was the point when all the plan actually started. Like I can't work. That means I have to start again. So I had to sit down, do my prayers, and then I had to focus my attention on what I actually want to be. Did a lot of studies, did a lot of research. Then I had to come into conclusion of what exactly I had to do, and that was when I come into the process of executing what I did.
Which is what?
Which is rebranding myself.
Good. Today you are into the business of branding businesses. And you would like to describe your innovation as you're not interested so much in big established brands, but startups.
Yes, sir.
You have an e-commerce business now.
Yes.
Now let's take it one step at a time.
All right.
The business you are into now is brand building.
Yes, sir.
How do you operate?
We operate in phases of trying to know what a client wants.
Okay.
One. Then we try to use the experience we've had with people to give them advice on what we feel it should be like. It's a consultation process.
Okay.
Then after that, if we're able to come into an agreement with the client, and then we can go ahead with what we feel of what we call execution. So let's say, for example, we have a new brand who doesn't have anything, who's just about to start. And usually startup usually have the ideas, and the ideas has not been tested by anything.
Yeah.
Because we have a little bit of experience, we can give them some idea, give them some advice, And this advice, it goes in line with, okay, you listen to us, we listen to you, and then we are able to reconstruct what you have.
Yeah.
And then we can now, if it's okay, then we now go into the process of execution.
So you operate like a medical doctor. You take a brief,
Yes.
then you try to do some analytics around the business circumstances.
Yes. And then we treat.
Then you give your counsel and advice. If it is approved by the
Yes.
client, you go into execution.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for some people, all of that is just grammar. Let's break it down.
Okay.
I've come to you. I'm a new startup.
Yes,
Like
sir.
you said, your interest is in startups.
Yes, sir.
Why is that so? If I may find out first.
Well, I think I derived that passion from myself, because I realized that at the time when I was starting, today I can tell you that I started from zero. A lot of people don't believe they can start from 0 naira. I started from zero because of the way I started. I started from scratch, like from nobody.
Yeah.
And it made me to realize how you can start even in the rough road. You don't need loan, you don't need anything. So that means in so many occasions it's better to start rough than to start with so many things.
So because of your experience, you have a kind of empathy
Yes.
for startups.
Yes.
And that's why your business model is you want to focus on startups rather than established brands.
Yes.
I can understand your evolution from logo designs, corporate identity, brand building, how you evolved in that process. That I can understand is logical for me. But e-commerce is a totally different ball game entirely.
Okay.
How did you get into e-commerce? I know that you had the vision once upon a time.
Yeah.
That's off what you were evolving from.
Well, it's even very, very weird to have a branding firm and you have a e-commerce in a branding firm. That just shows the kind of way that I think of solving problems in the same sphere that people think this might not be possible.
Yeah.
I looked at it as bringing branding to the lowest of the lowest. You don't need to have 2 million naira to have a logo designed for you by professionals. You don't. Now if we need to design logos, there are lots of process that's supposed to be done and all that. But for someone who is just starting, a brand today and doesn't really need all of those things and cannot afford 2 million, the idea is let us split the 2 million that one person is supposed to pay. Let's split it into maybe probably 100 or 2,000, and then we treat it one after the other. At the same time, we will use in covering for one person, we cover it for 2,000, and we still get the value of what we want. So
But isn't that more work for you?
yes, it is, but we feel more fulfilled because if we had given 2,000 people the same offer, we have 2,000 more people coming back to us for more things. So it usually looks like it is more work, but eventually it's helpful to us because we have more clients than somebody who just treated one person and gained 2 million.
And you may not get another
Exactly.
person like that for another month.
And we're going to
few
have
months.
more referrals from those ones that we've served than for the person who have just served.
Do you have a fear that startups might dry up someday?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so myself.
I don't believe
And
so.
I don't pray so. Because that's the future of
That's
the
the
world.
future, exactly.